investors, if you want to make big money with stocks, I'm talking about 10 baggers, stocks that go up 1,000%, even multi-baggers, stocks that are merely doubles, triples, or more, you got to pay attention to what I'm going to share with you right now. I'm going to be talking about news flow. Now, in case you don't know, my name is Jack Marks. I literally wrote the book on stocks that go up 1,000% or more, giving my proven system. It's called 10 Bagger Blueprint. Now, of course, you can get this on Amazon, but here's the thing you got to know about news flow. There's a lot of nuances. You know, I always say it's important to have at least 3 to 4 press releases a month, because that is an indication of momentum. That is what we look for in our super stocks. But there are some nuances here. This is not for amateurs. Now, look, guys, I've been doing this for 25 years. I've helped create over $1 trillion in wealth for investors. Nobody's introduced investors to more 10-bagger stocks that went up 1,000% or more than yours truly. And here's the thing with news flow. There's 2 types of news, right? There is real serious material news. We're talking about contracts. We're talking about things that have a material impact on the stock, things that actually will impact potential revenues or earnings. That's material news, right? Now, and then there's fluff. There's just bullshit type of news, which is, okay, the company, they hired a consultant for this. They wrote a white paper that they're speaking at a conference. By the way, that's my favorite. They're speaking at a conference. They're presenting at a conference. That's basically, that means nothing. But here's the thing. What I expect from, some of our super stocks is I want to see at least 2 press releases a month that are material, meaning things that are indicative, things that will translate into potential revenues and earnings at some point, right? So that's new contracts, key personnel hires. I'm talking about C-level executives that can bring in business, that can really help move the needle. That is material news. What you see a lot of I see companies that are just putting out a bunch of fluff about, like, they got a contract for, 10 grand, and they got $100 million market cap. It's a 10 grand contract or some nonsense like that. Again, you got to read between the lines with these things, or they're speaking at some nonsense conference. They wrote a white paper. This is my favorite. We see a couple of these, fugazi type of AI stocks that claim to be that they're AI, and they're really not. By the way, I'm speaking specifically about a stock called Versus, VRSSF is that symbol. I've been telling you guys this is a fugazi. It's going to go to zero. This video is being done November of 2023. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I'm right. But look, I know how to spot these fugazi stocks. I'm doing this a long time. But if you look at their news flow as an example, it's all just fluff, hot air. It's a vaporware stock. Again, it's my opinion only. You'll have to do your research and decide for yourself. But again, there's nuances when it comes to news flow. So I do say it's important to have at least 3-4 press releases a month, but 2 of them have to be material. Now, again, it's fine for companies to have stuff that's informative, whatever. But you got to pay attention if there's just too much fluff. Sometimes you see these guys just putting out fluff news, and that is, that's not what we're looking for. Again, you got to pay attention to the quality of those press releases. You got to drill down deep. That's why we do these live stream CEO interviews, so you can ask questions to the CEOs, and ask for yourself what these things are really. Decide for yourself if this is serious news that can move the needle, or it's just fluff. So, and again, we're looking for companies that are real, companies that are going to be substantive. So, bottom line is that news flow must translate into potential revenues and earnings, substantial, not just a couple of incremental dollars. Okay, let me know what you think. Leave your comments below.